No bells and whistles, but no new taxes either. It's a modest budget handed down by the ACT Treasurer Katie Gallagher today. The focus is on expanding Frontline services in a bid to keep pace with the growing city. The public service takes a hit to rein in the bottom line, but the ACT still has to borrow money to keep up with demand.
It's uncertain times for those managing the ACT's books. The ghost of the GFC lingers, and a wave of recent natural disasters is also taking a toll, most directly by cutting into the territory's share of GST revenue.
Over the 4-year period, we've seen a reduction in GST revenue in the order of $216 million.
But Katie Gallagher says the government is still on track to have a balanced budget by the 2013-14 financial year. A deficit of $37 million is predicted next financial year, $24 million in the red the following year, and then back in the black, but only just. Public service cuts already announced will provide most of the savings. But to keep up with the demands of a growing city, the government is also borrowing more than ever.
This debt is affordable, and we believe it's a prudent way to manage our new infrastructure costs over the longer term.
There's an overall increase in spending spread thinly across frontline services. Health accounts for more than $1 billion. To tackle the long waiting times, surgery gets a boost. There's more investment in mental health and planning money for the new Northside Hospital.
We're very pleased with the investment into mental health. We do need to ensure that we have the sort of early intervention prevention programs and also the services to respond to those who need to be able to access those supports.
With the cost of living rising, there are no new taxes and some modest measures to ease the squeeze. More land will be released to try to keep housing affordable. There's funding for more public housing and a boost to the utility concession for those doing it tough.
Some families will be compensated, but the vast bulk of families who are feeling the cost of living pressure will get absolutely nothing.
Transport-wise, $144 million will be spent on upgrading Majura Road into a parkway. Bus services get a boost, and there's an upgrade to transport infrastructure.
While the public service is bearing the brunt of the cuts in this budget, it's also facing big changes with the restructure recommended in the Hawke Review. To house the one agency model, the government has confirmed it will build a $430 million new office block in the city.
An expensive, unnecessary office complex. That's not a good use of priorities.
I don't think we should be embarrassed about it or apologise for it. This is a fantastic opportunity.
The government now faces the challenge of selling that message and the rest of its budget as the shadow of next week's federal budget looms. Anna Morisot, ABC News, Canberra.